I am a huge fan of Usborne's illustrated stories. These are just 4 of the many books that they have that are illustrated. My favorite is this fairy tale one. It has lots of classic fairy tales in it, and I think the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. And I find that these illustrated stories are actually really well written too. They have very rich language in them, very engaging words, great vocabulary and whatnot. And then here is the Greek myths. It's very similar to the illustrated fairy tales in terms of the styles of the pictures. And then these are the Grimm's fairy tales. And these ones, there's more fairy tales in here, but there's less illustrations in them. And then these Aesop stories also have more stories in them. And they're actually categorized by the different topic. And there's a lot more of them in here as well, so more text and less pictures. This is called Secrets of the Seashore. There's a similar one called Secrets of the Apple Tree, and this tells all about some of the things that you can find along the seashore. What's really neat is you read the book and you look at the picture, but then you shine a flashlight through the back of the page and more things start to appear in the picture. I'll give you another example right here. So this is a very fun book and educational as well. Here's the Big Book of Big Machines, and this is one of many big books that Usborne has. And just like all the others, it has nice, thick, sturdy pages and really good pockets of information that teach you about these big machines. It goes through farm machines, and it has very large fold-out pages, so the farm machines turn into really big farm machines. And flying machines. And road machines, and building site machines, and dockside machines. Here is a collection of some of Usborne's nonfiction books. I feel like Usborne has probably some of the best nonfiction books that I've ever seen. There is a great variety to them. This first book that I'm going to show you is actually one of their beginner nonfiction stories, and it's got a nice balance of information and text, but not too much to overwhelm the child. And at the end of the story, there are some websites to visit to get more information, and it is monitored by Usborne, so they are going to be safe links for your child to do more searching on the solar system or whatever they may be studying. The next group of nonfiction books that they have they're considered discovery nonfiction books, and these ones are for slightly older children. There are more, there's more information in the stories, there's more text, the kids can dig a little bit deeper in these. And then just like the beginner nonfiction book, it also has some quick links to find out more information on the given topic of your discovery book. And then Usborne also has some wonderful, wonderful encyclopedias. I don't know if you remember back in the day when you would do your research projects and you'd have to go to the library and look through encyclopedias, write things down in notes, and these days everything is done on the internet. But it's so important for kids to have these types of books in their house, and it's really neat because they can just flip through the books and kind of see what strikes their fancy and, you know, get some information about it. And on all these different topics, it also has some internet links, also monitored by Usborne, so you can go to this webpage and find out more information on whatever topic also interests you. And then this one is also neat, another science-based book. And what's neat about this is there are flaps everywhere that the kids will be able to move and open, and it'll give the kids more information about certain topics. So with all these different nonfiction books, there's actually quite a few different topics and whatnot that you can pick from. So there are a few of Usborne's nonfiction books. Usborne has a variety of 1001 Things to Find books, and this is the animals one. And I will let you take a peek at the inside so you have an idea of what they look like. So as you can see, very cute pictures, and along the sides it tells you what you're supposed to find and how many. Here's an example of a look inside book. This one is about space, and these are really sturdy books, cardboard pages. They have lots and lots of flaps in them, and they have information inside the flaps. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of different flaps throughout the book. It also has some pages that fold out nice and big as well. This is called the Little Children's Music Book, and my 2-year-old really loves this one. It goes through each of the instruments and it shows you what sound they make. And at the end of the story, they put all the different instruments together and they make a concert with all their different parts. Usborne has a wonderful collection of picture books for children. Here's one of them. This one's called Jonathan James and the What If Monster. And this is a very cute story about a little boy who's afraid to do things because he's thinking, you know, what if something bad happens? So that's kind of where the what if monster comes in. And by the end of the story, he starts thinking, well, what if something good happens when I try these things? So this is a very fun, neat, and encouraging book.